guess who's back again? Hello everyone, it's Edgy, the Hyperforce, the one that flies superhero with style and panache or whatever. And welcome back to that thing. We're doing another Crash Tower B-Daman performance test thing because you lot really liked the pilot for some reason. So, why not do it again? But this time, have it be more thematic. Have it have a theme. Have it have a theme. How do you words? We're going with a theme this time around for this Crash Tower knockdown. And this time, we're going to be doing Cobalt B-Daman, as you can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail and all that. So, I'm going to be using pretty much every single Cobalt B-Daman that I can think of. Almost every single. I don't own every single Cobalt B-Daman, but I own every single main one. And a couple of extras, like this guy. You could count him as an extra, because he is a combination of Cobalt Saber and Cobalt Saber Fire, so we might as well just start off with the first ever Cobalt B-Daman, which might be this guy, Cobalt Blade. But if you know your B-Daman history, like the marble fell out, if you know your B-Daman history like I do, you know that Cobalt Blade wasn't the first. In fact, actually I'm going to put him there. In fact, it's this thing. This is Cobalt Sword. He's the first ever battle B-Daman. Before we ever got the Zero system, we had the DHB system, which was very chunky. So for those of you who know battle B-Daman, you'll know that there was a thing called DHB, which is direct hit battle, and these guys would wear very specific armor pieces in order to play the game. The reason why these guys are so chunky is because that sort of system is built into the B-Daman, but since we aren't playing DHB, it's just a big boy, isn't it? He's a chunky boy. So with that bit of B-Daman trivia out of the way, I'm going to actually start shooting the tower. And of course our prize ball is the flame B-Daman from Cobalt Blade. I think it came from him anyways, I don't know. I don't even remember how I got that, I just have it. One of the cool things about Cobalt Sword and a lot of the DHB armor, a lot of the DHB system B-Daman, is that they can load more than 2 marbles. They have about the capacity of 5, I believe? Yeah, 5. So, we have a bit of rapid fire to do here, so 3, 2, 1, B-Fight or whatever. Actually, since this is battle, I should probably use the B-DaFire chant. B-DaFire! And he's already strong. I forgot that he was alright. We're already cutting through this tower very well. Hopefully it won't take too long. Oh look, he's coming back. B-Fire! And he's already gone and done it! Oh my god, the prize ball went to the other side of the bedroom. Well, not the other side, just beyond the desk. There, we got the prize. I'm actually shocked that it went really well, because this is the weakest Cobalt we're going to be dealing with today. So, this might be a shorter video than I expected. Either way, even the weakest of the Cobalt family was able to wreck that tower in record time. Cobalt Blade, the first B-Daman to hit the West. And I am British, therefore I am West. This guy does look rough because he is my childhood Cobalt Blade. Or well, an approximation of it, because I had a bunch of Cobalt Blades when I was younger and they all were wrecked in one way or another because I was a stupid kid. So this is like the best I could salvage that I was able to find. I do have other Cobalt Blades, but they're in box and I don't feel like opening them. So, if you are from the West, like I am, that being, you know, like America, Canada, England, whatever, this will be the first exposure to B-Daman people will have. It's Cobalt Blade. Everyone loves Cobalt Blade. You better love Cobalt Blade or you can get the fuck out of this video. Let's see how well he holds up against a Crash Tower. Or how well he holds up against the lineage of Cobalts. Or some of that, I don't know. I'm just gonna shoot B-DaFire. Oh my god. I forgot he was strong. Oh, come on! Did you see it nearly fall? Come on, Cobalt. I need to hit the pin so it falls like a flat. Like that. Brilliant show, Cobalt Blade. Brilliant show. These Cobalts are surely strong, aren't they? They are the power type of Battle B-Daman. Some people might argue with me, but this is the face of Battle B-Daman. And look how well he destroyed that Crash Tower. Absolutely wrecked. So, Cobalt Blade is my favourite B-Daman. Kinda. You see, this little guy is what got me obsessed with B-Daman in the first place. It's the first ever B-Daman I got, and it what gave me my love for B-Daman. Because look at this guy, he is so cool. He is, like, the coolest of cool. This was my childhood, like, Excalibur, essentially. This thing meant a whole lot to me as a child. So imagine how I felt when it got upgraded. This is Cobalt Saber, my actual favourite B-Daman. And no, I don't mean in all of Battle, I mean in all of B-Daman. This thing is my favourite B-Daman. It hasn't been topped since. You see, I really like Cobalt Blade. Like I've said, it was my favourite B-Daman when I was a kid, and I've always loved it. And then it got upgraded in the anime, and I wanted one, but it never came out in England, so I never got one until I was older. And essentially, it was like my white whale for a long time when I was younger. And I have two of them. Technically, 3? I have a bunch of these things because I'm autistic, I'm obsessed, can't you tell? I mean, I've bought not every single, but I bought every mainline Cobalt, like, come on. This is my B-Daman. So, this thing holds a lot of value to me because not only is it a cool upgrade to Cobalt Blade, with it having free hold parts and just cooler armor in general, and blue eyes, but I don't have the stickers on. But, if you look at the wings, they open up to give the B-Daman more power, which I thought was amazing. Because, so you have this mode, which generally just looks like the Cobalt Blade wing. So you have essentially the same wing design, and then it gets cooler by opening up, having this like spread mode, and it gets stronger because of it. So it's so you know, child me was like, oh my god, it's Cobalt Blade, but even better. This thing means a lot to me, and I'm going to go about this a bit of an odd way. I'm going to play with it in its normal mode, and then use the wings, because I feel like if I put it to full power like this, it's just going to destroy everything. Because I do believe this is one of the strongest Cobalts in the line, and I do mean that. It's very strong indeed. So how about I stop rambling and actually load this guy up and see if we can B-DaFire or something. Alright, ready, set, B-Fire! No, B-DaFire! Alright, come on! Does that count? Does that count? I'm gonna say no, it doesn't. One shot! One shot! I'm gonna put it back up. Alright! Can we try this again and not shoot it down in one shot? Actually, let's just put it into power mode. Why not? Power mode! Oh, it stood a bit better that time. Holy shit! You know what? I'm gonna go into full power mode and see how much that does. Come on! Say it with me now. Now that's a lot of damage! Hi! Actually, I would have completely destroyed the tower. Hold on. The B-Daman won't even go into the core. The whole parts are that tight. Holy shit! Cobalt Saber! Strong ass boy in it! Now do you see why he's my favourite B-Daman? He's my old favourite, but so much better. Hi, it's me again. With Cobalt Saber. So, given the fact that these guys can completely pummel the tower, I wanted to try something else. So the Crash Tower has a hard mode. If you arrange the pillars the other way up, the connection is stronger, and therefore it is hard mode essentially. It'll be even harder to crumble the tower. So let's see if this will be a better idea, because this isn't the strongest Cobalt, and if it knocks down the tower in like one shot, that's not really a video, is it? So let's see how hard mode fares against Cobalt Saber, which, after some testing that I've done before, I think is the second strongest Cobalt, but we'll see. Let's see how this goes. B-DaFire! Well, the guard's already down. Oh, well, it didn't matter. Oh my god. It was basic mode too. Let me try that again. Alright, Saber, let's see how you perform again. So, it's harder to knock the things out, but it's still susceptible to the power of Saber. You know what? We haven't tried this mid-mode yet, so let's see if this does anything stupid. Yeah. Okay, so the marbles won't load. Gonna have to pop them in manually. The tower tilted. Tilted towers from Fortnite. We got a pillar down. That's something, isn't it? How are you on the edge of the power road? Right, full power mode. Let's see how this goes. You can hear the power, can't you? If I just load in a silly little B-Daman and then go... So, that might be how we have to go. But yeah, Cobalt Saber is, very powerful. So, I put the tower back into hard mode because of the B-Daman that we're gonna have to use next. It is very, very powerful. Oh, is it that Cobalt Saber fire or whatever the evolution is called? No, actually, Matic Ishtar from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Audience, what if I told you I own a very rare B-Daman? So rare, in fact, that listings of it barely show up. And if it does, it costs fortunes. Blazing Kaiser, Yamato version. Kinda. So, somebody was selling a custom armor set online. I bought it. I got a Junker Cobalt Saber and a kit bashed this thing together. So I technically own Blazing Kaiser Yamato version. I'll have a picture of it up on screen so then you can see what it's meant to look like. But we have the Saber Wing and the Power Shoulders from Blazing Kaiser, meaning that there's double power influence on this guy. Given the fact that Cobalt Saber was able to one-shot the tower like multiple times with just the power wings, how is he gonna cope? Blazing Kaiser Yamato version, or just Cobalt Kaiser as I've ended up calling it. Cobalt Kaiser with both the wings and the shoulders, it's gonna one-shot the tower, so I thought I'd put it on hard mode at the very least. To at least have this guy have a bit of a challenge. So I'm gonna put the wings in normal mode, and then I'm gonna load it and see how this goes. Oh, and some of the paint's already coming off. Yeah, this wasn't exactly the best armor set that was available, but hey, I got this thing for like 20 quid or something. Ready, set, B-DaFire! The combined power of Cobalt Saber and Blazing Kaiser! Ouch! It's indented me thumb! I don't know how I can show this, but it's indented my thumb! Okay, let's try this again. Oh, come on. Free shot it. Made the thing bounce out. You know what? I'm not counting that. I want the tower to fall. Power mode, go! Ouch! Proper dented me bum. Can you see that? Can you see how it's indented me bum? The power of Blazing Kaiser Yamato version is beyond your bloody comprehension. Ouch! Goddamn thing hurts to use. Let's destroy a tower. I'm not counting that. I want it to fall.
Fall.
Well, I did what I wanted. There! Properly died! It didn't even reach full power, by the way. Just like the Saber Wing, it can go even further. And yet, look what it did to the tower. This thing scares me, and it hurt me. Do you see why now I wanted it on hard mode? Actually, how much destruction would it have done on easy mode? Hold on. Okay, tower's in easy mode, Blazing Kaiser's in full power mode. Let's see how much carnage will happen, because I just want to see it blow up, I'm gonna be honest. Right, 3, 2, 1, B-DaFire! One shot proper tilted. I want to destroy. Fucking hell. And, well, what are you? Cobalt Saber Fire. Okay, so from different testings that I've done, this guy's somewhat weaker than Cobalt Saber, but that was the bottle test where you load marbles into a bottle and then you shoot the bottle until it can't knock it down anymore. But this is a crash tower. The story could be completely different, and the tower is in easy mode. Because I don't know how strong he is, I've decided that I'm going to do a round with easy mode and a round with hard mode for the Cobalts coming up. Because they are strong, but from what I know, they're not as strong as the Sabers. You know, Blazy, Kaiser, Yamato, and Cobalt Saber. So let's just see how well Cobalt Saber Fire does. I mean, he's a Cobalt, so he's going to be pretty strong, but how strong? Well, he's got a drive, but not as immediately destructive. Got a good drive though. I'm going to put the wings into power mode, because these wings do have a power mode, which is cool. But right, we have power mode where the wings not only influence the back, like Cobalt Saber, but it also influences the front, like Blazing Kaiser. So theoretically, this should be as strong as this guy. But let's just see. It's still pretty strong, but nowhere near the power of Blazing Kaiser Yamato version or the regular Cobalt Saber. Which is funny, because this guy canonically is the full version of this guy. So this is like the weaker version of this guy, and yet for some reason we've had more destructive power out of this guy than this guy. Yet again, I didn't use his special marble. So maybe we should use it for hard mode, huh? Alright, the tower is in hard mode, and I am already starting off with Cobalt Saber in power mode. So hopefully this should be a bit more of a challenge, although the tower was a bit of a challenge already in easy mode. There wasn't an immediate knockout like with the other two Sabers. So let's get dangerous. Come on. Does that count? Nah, just knock the bloody thing over. And you know what? Some people count it. I'm not gonna. I want to keep going. I want total destruction. Did you hear the drive on that one? Speaking of drive, we might as well take the opportunity to use this guy's drive shot. So if we line up the red rubber with the red drive strip inside the hole, like so, we should be able to strike magnum! Now こそお前の力を見せる時や。頼んだね。コバルトセイバーファイヤー。いっけー！ストライクマグナム！ Why did that not work? That flew! They didn't even hit any of the pillars.
Should we try this again?
Strike magnum! Strike magnum! So, drive shot's a bit of a bust. How about we just... God, you can hear the drive. I'm going to knock this thing over properly if it's the last thing I do. You can hear and see the drive, can't you? It has super strong drive, but the drive kind of takes away from the power. That's the problem with Saber Fire. It's really good at drive, but its power is not as good compared to the other Sabers. Well, we knocked the ball off, but I want total destruction, remember? Look at it go! I tried to pick it up and it just ran away from me. Oh, look at it go! You can hear the drive. I know I keep saying that, but it's just so potent. Oh. Now that the tower's all the way over there, maybe the strike shot might work a little bit better. Strike a magnum! No, never mind. That really is not strong. Compared to... Yeah, the other Sabers had absolutely no trouble with this. Yeah, this is, for whatever reason... There it goes! You're going to be shot if you like it or not! There! Tower has been fully knocked down! So, Cobalt Saberfire may not be as strong as its apparent weaker version here, but he's definitely got really strong drive shots because they are still pretty active after they've hit something. You know, where we was rolling back. It's got pretty strong drive, but it costs power, and that's why I don't think he's as strong. So, you might be wondering, so who's up next? It would be Cobalt Blaster, since that is our next step in the Cobalt evolution line. But I thought of something funnier. So this is a thing. So, Lord Cavalry's core, Cavalry's is an odd word to say. His core came in a white version that was themed after Cobalt Saberfire. So I thought, since I have a Lord Cavalry, I might as well try out the build. Cobalt Saber Lord Cavalry core build. I do actually own the core, but I haven't opened it yet. And for some reason, I don't want to open it. So, since I have a Lord Cavalry, I might as well just kit bash the thing together. And here we have Cobalt Saber Curveball core version, I don't know. So if you don't know what this core does, it has a weird dial inside that you can turn in order to change the orientation of the spin of the marble. So you can have it go left, you can have it go right, you can have it drive, or you can have it so then when it hits something it drives to you, not away. So I'm going to try this with both drive and because, you know, I might as well just see how they both fare. So the trigger, you press it, it shoves the marble down, which then goes forward, like so. It has a nice drive, but as you can probably tell, it's not the strongest B-Daman, and this is in drive mode, I do believe. I don't have the sticker that tells you what mode it's in, so I have to just go off what I think it is. But yeah, it's driving forward, so it is drive mode. If I spin this to back mode, it rolls back to me, which could actually lead to a good strategy of having like a certain magazine on top, so that you could slam the cartridges down onto the marble and then load it back in, because they roll back to you. Yeah, did you see how weak that was? This is in easy mode as well. This thing's not going to work in a hard mode. And when the wings being up, it isn't like a power thing, it's just a grip. So you can grip this guy better. Hey, we got the thing to go down. Right, I'm changing this to drive mode. Actually, spin mode? Yeah, it went left. So if I spin it around again, hopefully it should go right. Yeah, it's going right. But let's put this thing in drive mode and have it destroy the tower or something, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes it just plops out, sometimes it hammers out. It's very inconsistent, this core. This core's got a mind of its own, I guess. We haven't had a zoom in on the tower for a while. Let's have one, because they've been shooting this thing down in like 2 shots. Oh! Now that was a shot. There's some right finesse to this that you gotta get right. Oh, there we go. Oh, now that was a good shot. I want to see if I can get that last little piece of tower down. Zoom in on that little piece of tower right there. 3, 2, 1, B, fight. Oh, see, sometimes it just doesn't. Sometimes it's just not as powerful. Or it can make me lose my marble, sure. You did well. It's not the strongest Cobalt of them all, but as you've seen, if you were able to shoot it correctly, or not, it can do something like that. It rolled back to me. Yeah, Curveball Cobalt Saber. I think it's funny. So then I started blasting.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
So now it's time for Cobalt Blaster. Look at this unit. It's big and bulky and not zero system at all. Because this is a cartridge system B-Daman. It allows for special cartridges to go in this slot and load in for like a double shot, which we will be using at some point in this video. But as you can see, there is a special drive shot inside here, and given how well the drive shot went for Cobalt Saber fire over here, I've decided not to use it. Because 1, I don't want to lose it, and 2, we just know it's going to shoot the top of the tower and not hit the base anyways. So the base is in easy mode, and we're going to not shoot that marble, but we're going to shoot this marble. Although the bad thing about this guy is that he only loads 1 marble at a time, so that's gonna be awkward to say the least. But let's see how strong he is. Oh yeah, there's a drive strip in this thing as well, so that should help. I mean, we've only got the guard down after 1 shot, but we're not really making any headway. Okay, that one was just weak. Right, we're getting some shots in. And I missed. I missed. I keep missing. You know what? I think it might be the right opportunity to... I'm not even going to bother getting that marble. I might knock over the tower. I'm going to load in a... There we go. I'm going to load up one of our cartridges. Gonna load it into the core, and then we click it in, and then the real madness starts with a double shot. It is stronger, but it's not as strong as some of the other B-Daman we have seen today, is it? Let's try another double shot. Gonna load it up again and see how well it does. Get out of the way. We don't need you clashing into the grand double shot. Well, that worked, didn't it? How about hard mode? And I'm back, and we've got the tower in hard mode. Let's see how well Cobalt Blaster does against this. I've also preloaded the cartridge, so then we can switch to it whenever we want. But let's see how well it does. Uh-oh. If I could hit it, that'd be great. This would be great if I could hit it, first of all. Hit it where I want to hit it. I am not good at this. Hit it where I want and it still doesn't fall. I am moving the arena all over the place. That was barely a shot. There we go, and I miss. Of course I miss. My aim is not good right now. Does that count? Well, keep it knocked down, but I, personally, want to destroy the tower. Load up the cartridge, get it back in, and... This marble is slightly smaller than the others. Huh, that must be why some shots just weren't doing well. Double shot again! Can Cobalt Blaster even knock down a single pillar? It is struggling a lot. Let's see if another cartridge will fix the dilemma. Okay, so we managed to get the top down before knocking down any... Yeah, it's still fully attached, and yet we were able to get the full tower piece off. I don't think Cobalt Blaster can do it. Let's just see. Point blank range. Yeah, I don't know if he can do it, but we did take the full unit down, so sure, maybe. I don't know, let me know in the comments. So, you're probably thinking, that's gotta be all of the Cobalt B-Daman, right? I mean, I do have this guy, Cobalt Saber Shining version, but he's delicate, and we don't really use him, and besides, he's probably just gonna be the same as Cobalt Saber. So, how about, when I said every Cobalt, I meant every Cobalt. So I'm going to be using some Bottlemen, specifically the Cobalt Bottlemen, and if you have a problem with this, Bottleman is B-Daman, and if you don't think so, you're wrong. I'm going to be doing the Crash Tower with some Bottlemen, but I'm going to take this cap out because it's a special cap where it has this weight booster in it. So we're going to use that like a strike shot and save it for a rainy day. Instead, we're going to be using some regular caps. Let's see how well it does. Tower's in easy mode, by the way. So yeah, Bottle Battle Go. Does that count? Wow, one shot. But you know what? Plunges down, I'm putting that back in. I'm going to make the tower fall. It didn't even have a drive strip in yet. It's spinning. It spins. Oh, we got a pillar down. I want to see how much power the weighted cap does. Cobalt Power Blast. Well, it kind of worked. Look at it hanging on the edge of tomorrow. How did it do that, honestly? How's it not working? Come on! So, how do the lightweight caps do better than the heavy ones? Oh, Bottleman is a questionable thing indeed, isn't it? But yeah, I'm going to try on hard mode because that was funny. Alright, we're back. And tower in hard mode, let's see how well Cobalt Bottle G does against the harder Crash Tower. Well, the thing's already down. Let's see how the weighted cap does. Alright, it just destroys the audience, that's fine. I like them to show our progress, and yet they're in danger of the might of Cobalt Bottle G! There was something in my throat then. Come on! You can do better than this. Cobalt. Come on, Cobalt Bottle G. It really likes going into the audience, doesn't it? Heavy cap time! Well, it definitely does a lot of damage, but it doesn't really break anything. What? Gone. We finally got a break. Oh, that went. I decided to change the camera angle so then we can see the destruction live. Heavy cap, go! Well, that definitely knocked the ball off, but as you know from this video, we like to take the entire tower down. That's gone. Ooh. Well, the tower is practically knocked over. I just wanted to take the whole thing with me. Let's spin it that way around and see what we can do. I want to destroy it! Caps are going literally everywhere. That almost fit perfectly in frame, but yeah, I guess Cobalt Bottle G is a good boy. Before I go on to use the final figure of the video, which if you are attentive enough, you will know what it is. Or if you look at the chapters in the video, you'll see what it is. I thought it would at least be okay or fair to try Cobalt Sword and Cobalt Blade. You can barely see them. Cobalt Blade and Cobalt Sword on hard mode Crash Tower, because all of these other ones have done the challenge on hard. So all of them have done easy, all of them have done hard. These two have only done easy because I didn't think about doing hard mode until he destroyed it in like one shot or something. So I'm going to do Cobalt Sword first, because I mean, he's the first one, isn't he? So we might as well try with him and see how well it goes. I don't have high hopes given Cobalt Sword's the weakest one. I mean, you could probably argue a misfire from Lord Cavalry would be weaker, but I don't know. Cobalt Sword just seems like he's the baby of the group. But who knows how well it will go. We've not been able to make dents before, but hey. I was going to say I got a metal B-Daman to knock down a crash tower, but that was on easy mode. If I put it on hard mode, I bet it wouldn't be able to do it. A lot of the marbles are getting stuck in between the pillars, which is really weird. Oh, there was a marble in there still. It never seems to load that last marble. I need me marbles. We knocked down a pillar, which is cool. This might take a while though. Look at a marble on top of the tower. Can you see that? There's a marble sitting right on top. I don't know how that happened, but it did. B-Fire! The rapid fire capabilities of Cobalt Sword is actually pretty great. Cobalt Sword isn't really a power type because it uses the basic core and it has no power enhancing gimmicks. It's literally just a basic boy, so we're practically just using a normal B-Daman. That's kind of working. I know it's funny, but I need to take the marble off the top of the tower. I mean, we have an opening, we just need to crumble one side of the tower, at least. We're kind of getting there, at least. I mean, my aim's pretty bad, but what can you do? That one on the left never loads. So it's like a T shape, the loader, and when a marble's on this side, it just doesn't seem to load for some reason. My Cobalt Sword is silly. I've broken the arena before I broke the tap. I hate this game sometimes. Can we knock this thing down? Almost there, actually. There's an obvious weak point right in front of us. There we go! Cobalt Sword got the ball! Right, time to do this with Cobalt Blade. Let's see how well this goes. Once again, tower is in hard mode, and I am using Cobalt Blade, who has this wing attachment piece that gives it power, but that's as much as it does. It doesn't transform like the other ones do. So, let's see how far we can get with this little guy. Does hit hard, at least. Hits harder than Sword. We got the guard down. Hopefully we can keep this up. It does hit it hard, it's just not hard enough, I guess. Oh, come on. How about we use the Cobalt Power Blast technique, or the Boost Magnum, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It sounded like it did some damage! We got a pillar down, so that's a good sign at least. Maybe we can do this quickly. Or not. Definitely shifting up there, but I just need to really hit this thing with as much force as I can, because for some reason it's gone all the way to the left. Let's go! That pillar is in the way, but it might be useful. This might be a useful mouse tool, haha! Oh no, I busted out the Mickey Mouse voice for nothing, haha! Oh! Oh! We're doing some damage. Come on, Cobalt Blade, you're my favourite little boy! Now that's a peanut butter baby point, isn't it? Come on, we're so close yet so far. Come on, Cobalt Blade. Haha! We got to do it as Cobalt Blade. There's the ball. Look, there's our proof. So they did it. Last but certainly not least, Cobalt Bottle Fire G. I didn't mention this before for some reason, because I'm an idiot, but the Cobalt Bottle is based on Cobalt Blade. See, they're like pretty similar, aren't they? Meanwhile, Cobalt Bottle Fire G is based on Cobalt Saber Fire. I mean, these things are more based on the Mega Cannon Wing from Combat Phoenix, which I technically have the bottle version of too. I also have the B-Daman version, but I'm not going into my storage cabinet thing to grab it. But this is a good approximation for the Saber Fire Wings, so it's fine. But this is probably the best Bottleman in Bottleman G because of the core. It allows for magazines and barrels, because if you don't know, Bottleman limits its customizability for some reason. I theorized years ago that it was for a more competitive values, and it's like, oh, you have to pick a type or whatever, but oh well, that video is old. So I'm going to see how well the Crash Tower does against the second strongest Bottleman in the series, because its power somewhat rivals Colomaru Energy DX, who is the strongest Bottleman, and this guy's like a good second. Let's just see how well the second strongest Bottleman does against the Crash Tower in easy mode. We're already off to a good start. Every shot has gone on the floor so far. Now do you see why I say it's the second strongest? Because if that's how quick this guy can do the Crash Tower, literally 3 shots, not even a heavy, Colomaru Energy DX can probably do it in 1. But yeah, let's set the tower back up in hard mode and let's see how well that goes, shall we? Alright, we're back. The tower is now in hard mode, and let's just see how well Cobalt Bottle Fire G does. Already off to a good start. Right, heavy cap, go. Well, the ball came out, but we like to knock down the tower, don't we? Jesus Christ! Can I get a Crash Tower? As in crashed? C-C-H... no. C... I can't spell crush. C-R-A-S-H-E-D. There we go. God damn it. My brain just stopped for a second. It really does hold its own against a Bottleman. Like, my god. That has to be some sort of sciencey thing we can figure out, right? Because, like, why do marbles knock this down better than ball caps would? And I would argue that stuff like Colomaru Energy DX is stronger than Cobalt Saber. Yeah. We can't knock a pillar down, oddly. I say that and we get it. Maybe it's just one of those things where we really have to chip away at it. Heavy cap launch! Oh, there we go. That's a knocked over pillar, isn't it? All the way over there, it's shy. It doesn't want its face coming off. I'm sorry. Heavy cap, go! Losing every single bottle cap. Well, the tower unit's down. Come on, I want some form of destruction. Well, all of this is destruction, but still. I want more pillars down, please. Haha, there we go. Why do I sound like a bloody NPC? Like, aha, there you go. Now it's just become a ramp. Let's see how well this goes. No, it's just becoming a ramp. It wants to be a ramp. I mean, we've got one thing left. Maybe we can shoot it down or something. I don't know. Can we get more destructive than the entire thing falling apart? Maybe, if we're good enough. There we go. Holy shit. So I have a confession to make. I did a series with all the Cobalts before this, which I don't know if I'm going to make into a video because the footage was so bad. My other phone kept zooming in and out and it wasn't focusing properly and it just looked like shit all the way through. But I could make it a video if you guys want to see it. It was based on the bottle test where you fill a bottle up with marbles and you keep shooting at it until the bottle can't fall over anymore because the B-Daman's not strong enough. So this guy won! So the strongest B-Daman is Blazing Kaiser Yamato version of full wing power. Strongest Cobalt overall is this guy! He won that challenge, and oddly enough, he struggled at the Crash Tower. I guess it shows that different performance tests can wield different results, despite the fact that he won one challenge. Meanwhile, these two won a different challenge. I think he actually won overall. I think he won, but he definitely did really well. So, I don't know. I'll go check the footage and I'll tell you which one actually won. If you actually do want to see that bottle test video, even though the footage is god-awful, let me know in the comments below. Well, that was pretty fun, huh? So, now that we've shot every single Cobalt, B-Daman, and Bottleman, and a few bonuses, I think this is gonna have to be the end of this video, for I have run out of Cobalts. I hope you enjoyed this video. Apparently, the pilot episode did pretty well, so I thought I would record an episode 2, and if you want more episodes of this B-Daman performance test thing with my figures, with my attitude and my insanity, then give me a like, comment, subscribe and hit the bell. It will help the video perform better out there in the YouTube algorithm, and it tells me if you want more of this. And given that the pilot episode has done pretty well, I assume you want more, so I made a second episode just in case. And if this video does well too, I'll do another one. I have a couple more video ideas, as I've said in episode 1, the pilot, so hopefully we could just do this for maybe a couple more episodes and then I'll go back into obscurity. I'll be irrelevant again. 15 minutes of fame and all that shit. If you like B-Daman and or Bottleman over there, then you may like a small little indie project called our Magnum Showdown. It's the best parts of B-Daman, but all digitized. It is a video game digital successor to B-Daman and Bottleman, and it's created by me! You have DHB modes, you have target pin modes, you have B-Daman invasion, you have a story mode, you have challenge runs, there's all sorts to do in our Magnum Showdown, a digital successor to B-Daman and or Bottleman. If you want more B-Daman and that concept sounds interesting to you, then there are links in the description below or to the side, wherever YouTube puts it at this rate, where you can find the free demo. So you can just get the demo, you can play it, if you like it then you can do more stuff, and it supports me too, so yeah. So with all that said and done, and with all these guys shotted, I think this is gonna have to be the end of our video. So, thank you for watching this video. This has been J5 the Hyperforce. I will see you whenever next. Goodbye!